Kobe Bryant made a rare guest appearance last night to see the Lakers take down the Hawks at Staples, giving support to both former rival LeBron James and former teammate Dwight Howard. Ramona, I understand you've got some dirt on the significance of Kobe's visit last night.
So this is probably the first time he has gone as exclusively a fan since he retired.
Right, he went the one time for the jersey retirement.
For the jersey, and then I think there was a time last year where he went, but there was tied into something he was doing business-wise. This was just Kobe going because his daughter wanted to go. Mm-hmm. And then what I understand is that they were up at the Mamba Academy in Thousand Oaks, and Gigi just went to him and said, I want to go to the game. And so Kobe went to the game and sat courtside. And this, I don't know if you know the optics of how important that is for Kobe to be giving LeBron that endorsement, but they have not had a lot of contact since LeBron has come to town. There was that phone call last year, but they really kind of talked around each other. There hasn't been a lot of connection between the two standard bearers of the franchise, and I think there's been some chilliness with Laker fans, at least, in embracing LeBron, but feeling like this is still Kobe's town, and do you have to reject Kobe to embrace LeBron? LeBron's playing like an MVP this year. Kobe showing up, giving him that hug and the dap, I thought was a big moment, whether it's between them just optically or for everybody.
And I love it because it sort of happened chance, because Kobe is in the mentorship stage of his career. Mm-hmm. As WNBA players, whether it's NBA or WNBA, whatever league you play in, Kobe is looking to help give his knowledge to the next generation. And that's largely because of his daughter is a hooper, and she loves basketball. Throughout the summer, we saw him at our the Vegas Aces game, the WNBA All-Star game.
He's been to more Sparks games.
Does that shock you that he's been to more Sparks games than Laker games?
More WNBA games probably than Laker games, but it doesn't surprise me because he has a daughter that wants to play basketball. And I think that the player you're alluding to, I want to go to a game, it's Trae Young. It's the next generation. So you have that Mamba Academy where a lot of players are around, and it's largely because he's looking for positive role models. And of course we're going to sign up. I know there's like a Kobe camp that I'm probably going to go to in January.
You're a counselor?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get my work in. It's largely because everyone wants to get the knowledge from Kobe, also wants to give back to the game. So he's allowing us to give back to his daughter and his daughter's team. And in turn, that gets us to the Laker game, which in turn gives us this reunion, which is kind of cool.
You're right, though, Momo. There's been this thing where LeBron somehow, it's still weird,
it's weird
that he's on the Lakers. Yeah. And when you meet Lakers fans, there's a lot of them where I live in New York, there are Lakers fans everywhere. LeBron is never going to surpass Kobe. He's never going to beat Kobe. It's Kobe's. They're all, a lot of them are like ambivalent. This is strange. But you know what solves all that is winning and being maybe the best team in the NBA.
Sure.
More than a Kobe, dad.
I mean, there's still Laker fans that, he's King James, but Kobe's still probably the king of LA.
Oh, for sure.
So for him to have that moment with LeBron, that was as close as an endorsement as you can come.
The supreme leader of Kobe Stan is what he calls him. LeBron is King James. Kobe's the supreme leader. Aside from Kobe's appearance, the Lakers moved to an NBA best 11-2 last night against the Hawks. Anthony Davis had his second 5-block game of the season and is the only player in the NBA averaging at least 3 blocks a game. Davis proclaimed 2 months ago his goal this year was to win Defensive Player of the Year. Zach, nearly 4 weeks into the season, is AD on pace to win the award?
I think he's in the conversation more seriously at this stage than he's ever been. I mean, there's been a lot of seasons where it just seems like he should be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And the Pelicans always underperformed. It wasn't necessarily his fault, but it just never happened. And now the Lakers are the best defensive team in the league with personnel that is good and big and rangy. But he's the one that's really making it all happen more than anyone. And he can guard whoever they ask him. I mean, he guarded Kawhi down the stretch of the very first game. So I think he's more seriously in the conversation than he ever has been.
Absolutely agree, and it's really funny because if you look at the numbers here, first in blocks per game, if you think about going to the rim, I was watching the game last night, I was like, oh, that's a bucket, never mind. Oh, that's a bucket, nope, he got it. Like, his range is ridiculous with his wingspan. Yeah, he's leading in blocks, but I just think the overall effect he has, this Lakers team was 13th in defensive efficiency last year. Now they're first. Adding Anthony Davis and also getting Dwight Howard has a big reason why they have been able to be better defensively, largely because that rim protection makes everyone better. Avery Bradley's able to, be better on the ball. Danny Green is obviously talented in transition defense. So it's a contagious effect, but this is the year for him to win DPOY.
But, I mean, he has always had that ability, like you said, Zach. I remember going to Draymond Green a couple years ago. After Draymond had won it, the next year, the Warriors didn't have the team stats, and he hadn't had that kind of a year. And I said, who do you like? Like, you're the reigning defensive player. Who do you like? And that was the year Gobert ended up winning, and maybe Draymond was just giving a little poke to Gobert. But he goes, I like Anthony Davis. He's the guy who can guard 1 to 5, and he has no weakness. Like, Like, you can't just bring him out on the perimeter and then beat him off the dribble. Like, he can guard you.
He's the ultimate help defender.
And I think that now he's finally on a team where that team is going to lift him and he lifts them, because he's inspired. Is this the best defensive play that LeBron's had in his career? I mean, in a while. At least say in a while.
In a while. And with Kuzma back now, they're going to play him at center more, which is going to give him a chance to show off his rim protection. By the way, you're right. Danny Green, greatest transition defender, maybe ever.
I'm just surprised more teams aren't trying to do what Toronto did, which is pull those bigs out. You let them sit in the paint, they're going to do what Sinead said they did.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For highlights and analysis, check out the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, check out ESPN+.